Hello everybody and welcome back. Root Beer here with question number 20, the last question in part B on the 2007 Cayley Math Contest. What have we got in store? Hopefully you know, because you practiced the question. I'm about to find out myself. What have we got here? 20. What is the largest integer n for which 3 times n to the 2007, you can really tell what year the contest was here, is less than, not less than or equal. In fact, I should probably erase that so I don't get confused later. Less than 3 to the 4015. Now, why would they do 4015? Well, when it's the early 2000s, you sort of start realizing, oh, it's 2007. And then they've got a 40 here. It's basically double. If we double 2007, we get 4014, and this 4015 is just one more. All right, now I notice also I've got this 3 over here, so the first thing I'm going to do, is write down the equation, but the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to divide both sides by 3. That doesn't change the sign of the inequality. You have to be careful with these sorts of things. Just multiplying or dividing by a positive number doesn't change anything. But the second we multiply by a negative number, changes the sign. And the second that we reciprocal things, it changes the sign. That's actually kind of an important fact. My calculus students still haven't mastered this, so if you're having trouble with inequalities and things like that, that's okay. But we shouldn't with this one. Dividing by 3 on both sides will not change the sign. 3 is a positive number. So what am I left with? N to the 2007 is less than 3 to the 4014. Now I want to talk about n. I want to say n can be at most this, but it can't be more than this. So if I could somehow get something like n has to be less than 7.5, the biggest integer n could be would be 7. That sort of thing. If I got something like n is less than 8, again, the biggest integer n would be 7. So that's what we're looking for. I want n is less than something. That would sort of give me information about n that I would find useful. Now how can I get that n information? n is stuck with this 2007 here, right? Well, no, we can 2007th root things. I mean, we know about square roots, and maybe we've done a cube root or two, but there's no reason we can't 2007th root things. Okay. And you look at that and you say, oh, goody, you've traded me 2 things that I sort of understood for now. The 2007th root of 3 to the 4014? Yeah, but 4014 is 2 times 2017. And when we multiply in the exponent, that's the same as having an exponent to another exponent. So we had 3 to the 2 times 2007, but that's the same as 3 to the 2 to the 2007. And now these guys will cancel out. So what have we really got? N is less than, well, what's left over on the right-hand side? 3 squared or 9. Now, if we're doing this question really fast, we'll say the answer is n can be at most 9. And I think I saw it, yeah, it's E. But this is incorrect. Okay? If we had less than or equal, I'd agree with you. Yeah, the best integer n could be is 9, but we've got less than. So what's the biggest integer that is still less than 9? 8. Okay, and I think that was D if I saw it correctly. Yeah. So a little catch there at the end, but otherwise this is basic, manipulation of an inequality. We did some division. We did some roots. And so if we understood how to manipulate exponents, question 20 posed no challenge to us. However, if you found some of those manipulations that I did a little tricky, you may want to brush up on some of your inequalities. You may want to brush up on your exponent rules. People who got confused by me saying, 3 to the 4014 is the same as 3 to the 2 times 2007 is the same as 3 to the 2 to the 2007. Those are exponent rules. Okay? That's what we're exploiting there. And if you don't know those, it's time to learn those before this year's contest comes up. Okay? But hopefully you all made it through that question unscathed. That's question 20. Up next will be question number 21. I will see you for that in the next video. Until then, take care.